All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode number 4 of Out of Ore. Today's episode, we've done a lot more work on the mine. We've got a little bit more equipment since the last episode, such as, and namely, I went ahead and I bought the bulldozer, and we're going to use that a little bit more later this episode. But so we got a nice little bulldozer over here. I've started to build like a road to get up the hill here, and we're going to clear this area out so that we've got more room down below to do some more work, right? Because now it's time for us to essentially upgrade this plant. Like this plant is fantastic, but now that we have money, it's time to upgrade this thing for the foreseeable future, because now we're gonna start getting into some heavy duty mining, which I've moved our excavator up here, and I cut a line by hand to kind of indicate where I want to be, right? So essentially we're going to start just removing this entire hillside here to make more room for our production facilities and our mining operation. So this entire hill is going to be removed in the next couple episodes, and I think that will be pretty fun, and I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we'll mess around with the bulldozer a little bit later in this episode, because there's some more work that needs doing. I had to come and remove a lot of dirt from this section because as I was pushing it with the bulldozer, it kept piling up. As you can see, there's a couple of piles left over here, because I was trying to cut like a path that I could put the rock truck on, which so we were gonna put this truck on there and move it around up and down this new road that we were gonna cut through this hill. But then I realized, well, if I'm gonna be moving stuff by the rock truck, we need the new version of the work plant down here, because this plant can't handle the trucks, right? So that's what we're gonna do in this episode. And so I'm gonna tear all of this down and we're gonna start over with everything. So yeah, stick with me, and I hope that you're having a good day. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe buttons down below. And if you want to join in the multiplayer playthroughs, then come on over to the Discord. There's a link down in the description below that will help you out with that. So without further ado, I think what I'm going to do is time lapse the rebuild of everything here. So I think what we're going to do with this, right, is the idea is we're still planning on this direction being our main mine, right? Because removing this dirt and stuff like that is going to be pretty useful, and all that jazz. I used the best prospector in the game, but I couldn't find any ore just yet. So we're still looking, and we're still working on that. But yeah, anyway, let's see here. Oh, the plan is that there's a really loud noise outside. The plan is that we would drive up this road with our truck, right? And then we'll come over here, and I think probably here is where we'll put the drop point, right here. And then you'd come back around this direction, as you dump off your ore and everything's good, you'll come around this direction, which would take you around the work plant, and then you'll come back out this side and then go back down and collect more material and rinse and repeat. So I think that's the plan. And I'm gonna start working on that, and I'll bring you back here in just a minute as I get some stuff prepped for that. I'm gonna take all of this stuff down, and then I'll bring you back here in just a few minutes. All right, now that I've removed our plant here, I think the next job that I've got to work on. So what I've done is we built like a little wooden retaining wall right here, and I plan on kind of like continuing that a little bit. So gosh, my inventory is very full right now. So I'm trying to keep it built to like the whatchamacallit, the grid build is what I'm trying to do. So what I did is I attached some wooden planks to the retaining wall, and now I'm crossing over to here, and then what the plan is, I'm going to lay down some more of the wooden wall in like this general vicinity, right? And then we're going to build like a little pit down in here, and lay down the hoppers and stuff like that down. Essentially, I need it down, I think like 1 or 2 wooden blocks in depth, right? So I'll place a wooden block right there so that I have that for reference. So yeah, anyway, I don't think that me being in first person is very good for like a time lapse or something like that. So instead, what I'm gonna do is I'll play a little bit here in real time and kind of show you sort of the plan, right? So we are actually gonna need a couple things. So before I start buying those, what I need to do is take like this wood bench, and I need to place it back into the world. Okay, so boom, which will allow me to store things like the wooden beams, sheets, roof pieces, and stuff like that, and some of the tree logs, free up some more of our inventory. And then let's see here, we can sell this gold and those rubies and these diamonds and that rubber, and free up a little bit more space in the inventory. And then okay, so I need to measure this out so that I know exactly how big we're gonna need it. And I think I need let's see here, 2 big hoppers. Okay, so ooh, yeah, if I do that, right, so we go 1, and then that would attach to that. That's 2. So how big is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things wide, but we need like some additional space as well, right? Because oops, not purchased. Well, actually, I do need to purchase the factory. I need the factory power, and we want the 10x. Oh my gosh, I did not realize the 10x speed was $125,000. Go big or go home. Okay, that is a lot more expensive than I thought it was going to be. Okay. So I need, let's see here. I need a minimum of 2 extra spaces, right? So then there's 1, 2, 3, and we need like walking space down there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then okay. So this is not the design. This is going to be completely underneath this. So oh, is that saying that you are going to leave that direction? Okay. So I need a little bit more. So we need like 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and space to walk, right? Okay, so essentially that is going to be the pit. So let me see about doing this. Let's do yellow. Okay, and we'll buy like 10 yellow maybe. And if I can't paint that. Okay, so that that's not gonna work. Okay, so we will hold on to that yellow paint instead. I was hoping that I would be able to like paint these wooden blocks or the wooden floors here. Before I do that though, I need to put these back. Okay. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of a trick here. And we're gonna get rid of these. Well, that's actually gonna be the outs. Well, actually, it should be okay, right? Okay. I'm I'm trying to. Oh no, wait. Okay, so that needs to be the pit, and then this needs to be the actual outside. Oh, and you know what? Actually, let's do this. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud as I'm trying to do this bit here. Okay, let's do it like this, and we'll put the essentially retaining walls outside of where we are going to be building this underground pit, right? So yeah, let's do that. Let's get rid of this one. Just like that. And then I don't know if I'm gonna have enough wooden blocks to do this. No, I am 100% not going to have enough wooden blocks. Okay, let me see if we can put some more of those on here. So wooden blocks. Let's just get as many wooden blocks as we can. All right, we would get 14 out of that. It's not terrible. Okay. So then, ooh, if I smooth that out, is there a way? I wonder. Is there a way for me to put these on top but still be in grid build mode? It kind of doesn't look like it. Ooh, wait, that was kind of on top. Is it on top if we are... I'm not a huge fan of the building mechanics in this game. Okay, well, I got it on top there. So now I need to somehow snap it into place. What if I switched over to snap build? There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. Okay. So, let's do that. Why can't... This is what I don't like about the building in this game. I can't get the one square that I want. And now I'm like kind of tenacious, and I'm trying desperately to get it. Oh my god, just work. There it is. Finally, I got it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyway, I will put in another little cut here, and I'll bring you back after I've built this out a little bit more. And yeah, so I'll bring you right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing a little bit of an experiment here, as I'm gonna try to clear out the majority of this material with explosives. So I put like a lot of explosives on this mesh grate here, and I know what some of you might be thinking. Well, hey Drake, I thought you said that you were not going to be able to build something if you didn't have the materials for it. And yes, that is 100% true. However, the reason why I'm allowing myself to build this metal grate is because we are unable to build this, right? Whereas like the wooden stuff, we can build the wooden stuff, and therefore I don't think that this breaks the rules of our playthrough by doing it this way. Okay, so before I set this explosive off, I'm gonna go ahead and save the game here, just to make sure that you know, if the game crashes when I blow up this much dynamite, that we still have a game to play. So here we go. Fire in the hole in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love that it's sequential. Ooh, did we not blow up some? Okay, that cleared out a lot of material though. Look at that. That cleared out a good chunk of material. Okay. Oh my gosh, I totally thought I saw something move. Oh, okay, it was this thing, the prospecting. I was like, is there somebody on the server that I don't know about? Anyway, okay, that worked. We cleared out a decent chunk of area, but we are gonna need to be careful with exactly how much money we end up spending for this. And this kind of gives me an idea that I'm gonna try out here in just a moment. Oops, I didn't mean to get rid of that. So give me just one moment and we'll apply the idea. Okay, so my idea, right? We maybe I go grab the excavator, which I spent all that time driving it up there. Maybe we spend some time with the excavator and digging this out. It might be a little bit faster than me digging it out by hand. So yeah, I'm gonna put in like another little cut right here, and I'll go grab the excavator, and we'll start moving that material. Mainly, I really want to focus over here on this coal. So let me, oh, you know what? We need, this is what we really need. Let me dig down a little bit, right? Let me get this big hopper. See, like this is part of the reason why I skip some of this stuff, because like I'm a little indecisive sometimes with how I want to do things, right? Okay, so if I put, oh, that's gonna be way too high, so we need to go like what, maybe 2 blocks down, I think, maybe. Okay, so that means we got to dig out quite a lot of material. Since we have to dig out a lot of material, what I'm gonna do is temporarily set up like the kind of like the old system. So we got to go big hopper to elevator to coal, no, to 1x, right? Yeah, 1x, to Skull Screen. And then the trommel, I think. Anyway, so let's set up this, and it's gonna go this direction. I probably shouldn't have deleted everything, but I did. So we'll go there, and then we'll go there, and then there, and then that, and then this. Okay. And let's see here. So then I need like the hopper, I need the sluice box, and we need, where's the other one? These guys, we need our solar panel, we need our power pylon. Left times 2. Okay, I'll put that up here. Okay, so I need, oh, I didn't put that on there. Okay, let's do this madness. We'll put, you know what? We'll put the solar panel directly behind, kind of like that for now. This is all just temporary, but I'm realizing that I'm gonna need to make money. So okay, so power input 1x, so boom, and then okay, because I'm realizing how expensive, I thought that we had plenty of money to do this with, and I'm kind of finding out that we don't. So my bad, I guess. Okay, so I want, how did I snap build it before? You know what, I think it will be fine, like right there ish. Okay, and then power input times 1, and then grab our power cable, and hopefully it will let me connect that. It does. That's a good thing. This is not perfect, but it doesn't need to be. This is just going to be a temporary solution for now. Okay, so that should go, I think, directly into storage, if I remember correctly. Because it will be, coal gets screened and then drops into that hopper and then goes into that storage. Yeah, that should be right. And then we need the left times 2, which would go there into the sluice box. Okay, and then I'm just gonna throw a storage on here instead of doing the automatic sell point, and then we'll just throw the other storage at the end of the trommel here, just in case. And this is basically the same setup that we had earlier. Do I need to turn this on first? I did need to turn that on first. Okay, so yeah, all right, so we're doing 500 kilowatts, something like that, right? Grid load is 557, and we're generating, I think, 700. So yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna put in a cut right here, and I'll bring you back once I've got my my truck and my excavator back down the hill. It's kind of sad because I spent all that time getting it up there, and now I need to get it back down. Anyway, I'll bring you right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I went ahead and built myself like a little platform here too. That way we can put our excavator on top of it. And yeah, I spent all the time driving it down here because basically I'm trying my best to do, like, I want to say like a realistic playthrough, with some, you know, some exceptions and stuff like that. And so yeah, now I feel like I'm playing in a little sandbox, and I'm not really good with the excavator. So wish me luck is basically what I'll get at, because these controls kind of confuse me. Let me put the show controls back on. Okay, so down. I don't know, it's weird because it's kind of like the controls for the excavator are basically opposite of the controls for like the loader and stuff. Okay, welcome back. I had to make a quick adjustment there to my computer setup. Okay, let's give this a shot. Let me back up the truck here a little bit more. Is maybe just like that should do it. Let's put the parking brake on. Okay, so let's see, can I put these floors on here and not wreck everything? Let's find out, huh? I wasn't originally gonna put the floors on this side oops, of the thing, but they might be necessary after seeing like how precarious our rock truck is here. I had it there we go, and boom. Okay, so maybe that will work. Let's see. Oh, I was missing one. Okay, is that, oh no, is that one gonna get us stuck? No way. Okay, hold on, we got out of there. Okay, all right, there we go. Now it feels like I'm literally playing in a sandbox, and I freaking love it. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. This is awesome to me. I feel like a kid again. Okay, anyway, let's do this. Let's put in a little time lapse here, and I will see you at the end of the time lapse. All right, today's comment shout out comes to us from OG Tom, who says, you randomly appeared on my feed. I do enjoy some slow sim games, and you seem to be a friendly community dude, so good luck to you and your channel. Take my sub. My good sir, I will take your sub, and I'll put it right over here in the special sub spot. Thank you so much for your comment.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset, digging deep since 99. What I thought was gone was sitting in my pocket in plain sight all along. I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches. Time to let go, so come what may. Don't look before you leave. What you give, you get to keep. So long, farewell, bye-bye. Let's have a toast for those lost old lives. And my crooked little heart that seems so rebellious is falling apart right now. I'm bleeding, an easy kill, gonna leave it all behind. I think it's time for me to go, burn all
All right, welcome back out of that time lapse. I think like the majority of this is just dirt, right? So it doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense for us to excavate that. So what we'll do is instead we'll see about grabbing a bunch of this you know, the coal by hand here. Because what I'm gonna do is the explosives trick again. And I'm gonna lay down the whole, like a whole mesh floor down here. And I'll kind of show you more of that process this time around compared to last time. Because we're gonna need to go too deep, 2 blocks deep basically. And then we'll end up placing the explosives on those racks. So give me a second. Let me put it. Okay, I can just snap it directly to it. Okay, that's fantastic. So let me do that real quick, and I hope that this series is doing well, because I've been recording a lot of episodes for it, and I'm hoping that people aren't, you know, not responding to this, because I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and I hope that you guys are too here on the Drakeage 2000 Simulator channel. Again, I plan on live streaming this game on Sundays, generally speaking. I don't exactly have the ability to make that like a 100% guaranteed it's going to happen, but the best way to know about it is to be a part of the Discord, which is also where I'm going to be pulling people from for, like, you know, the multiplayer rosters and stuff like that, like I was talking about before. And like I said before as well, I believe that it would be really fun to do like company ranks and stuff like that. So like the more you play with us, the higher rank you get, kind of thing, and the more equipment access you get, sort of thing. I think that would be kind of awesome. I know that the game doesn't really let me set it up that way specifically, but you know, we can role play it and such, and just kind of like you use that as sort of like a house rules, server rules kind of thing. Mainly because, like, you know, all the stuff that I said in the previous episodes, you know, because I guess this game attracts some trolls, and we need to make sure that we filter those guys out, so that we can all have a good time, and that I don't need to like back this, you know, save up that often and stuff like that, because you know, ultimately the thing I'm not concerned about is mistakes, right? Because mistakes happen, and you can fix a mistake. It's the purposeful, oh, I went in with a sledgehammer and I deleted all of our buildings kind of stuff that some people think is entertaining for some odd reason. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna put in a cut right here, and I'll bring you back just as it's time to set off some more explosives. And then from there, I'm gonna need to go chop down like a gazillion and a half trees in order to be able to build the rest of this platform and stuff. And speaking of building the platform, I'm gonna go ahead and buy another workbench, and I'm gonna go place it over here while I'm thinking about it, because we're gonna need to do a lot of woodwork, since we put that restriction on ourselves. And you know, yes, I can't necessarily build concrete right now, so technically we could buy it, but I think like the steel mesh, it makes sense, right? Like we could buy that, but the concrete blocks, I feel is a little bit much. But anyway, I'll put in a cut here. I'll bring you back when it's time to do the explosives. And yeah, we'll see you here in just a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Fire in the hole as we open up more of that mine. I should have gotten that. Oh man. Woo! Ooh, okay, all right. There's still quite a bit left down there. I thought I was using the one that deleted the material. Maybe we should have gone in a pattern of like outside in or something like that. Ooh. I wonder. Is that what we have to do? Go outside in on the explosives? Let's try that. Give me 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I figured out what the problem was. So we were using the RDX, and it does not delete material, right? But the Dramite does delete material. So that's the problem that we were having. It wasn't me messing it up, but we'll do a different explosive pattern this time around, and I will bring you right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are I laid out all of the explosives, and here we go. Fire in the hole. Let's see if I can get up to the gosh dang it, where's it at? Oh, I'm not gonna get there in time. Yeah, we got it in the tail end there a little bit. Oh man, okay, there we go. That seems to have worked a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna put in a cut here, and I'll bring you back in a few minutes. I need to go gather just a stupid amount of wood. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So I did quite a bit of work here, working on this. I blew up like a lot of dirt and all that jazz, and now we've got this lovely little drop-off spot that is too wide. And so, you know, the idea, like I said before, is that the vehicles will come up our ramp from our main mine, and then they'll drive this way, right? And then they'll drop off the ore here. And originally, I was going to have them turn to the left and then deal with the plant on the left-hand side, right? And they would have to go around the plant and stuff, but I think that the plant is going to have a much larger footprint than I originally anticipated, right? And thus, instead, I'm going to have the traffic is going to come through here, and then they're going to take a right, and then they're going to take another right, and then they're going to come out this direction and then head back down the ramp. Now that does create a situation where there's a potential bottleneck, as this traffic that's going this way will cross this traffic going that way, and so in order to alleviate that, I think like this is just going to be really, really wide, and so if you're returning, you can just stay to the left and then switch back over to the right if there's any kind of traffic in the way. But we'll have to see, like, you know, like what kind of response these videos are getting, and you know, like, you know, are you guys going to want to join and play with us or what have you? That's all unknown at this point, because I've been recording these videos pretty rapidly, just because I've been having a lot of fun playing the game, and so it's kind of hard not to play the game right now. And as a result, we're a little bit further ahead than YouTube itself. Like for example, the very first episode is being released tomorrow, as far as that's all concerned. So that's just like to kind of give you a little bit of a reference on how far ahead we actually are with this playthrough. So I'm gonna try to slow it down just a little bit, right? But I don't know, I'm having fun, and when I have fun I kind of hyper focus on a game there for a little while. So anyway, all of that to be said, I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish all of the plant just yet. But let me give you like a little tour, and I stole this idea from Split 2 Gaming. So essentially we'll have our power on this side, okay, and then the power will come in from this power pole down to that one, down to this one, and then it's gonna go directly into our machine here. So it's gonna go power pole to machine, and then this power pole will continue down this direction, right? And I don't quite have enough room in here to get over to this side, but we still do. If we need to do any kind of work on that, you just got to cross over the belts, which is not exactly OSHA safe, but I won't tell if you won't tell. So but yeah, so I'm pretty excited about getting the new plant up and running. It's essentially going to be our not exactly our final form, you know, but it's going to be the one that's going to sustain us for the foreseeable future, right? Because we're going to be doubling what we've got over here, and that's what these two elevator shafts represent. And I might put an additional 2 elevator shafts on top of that, so that we go a little bit higher as well. And I put it one space away because I was one space away over on this side. And so yeah, that's kind of the idea. You drive up here, jump off your ore and all that jazz, and then drive off and continue down your merry little way. But I'm gonna continue to work on this, and Greasy Strangler should be getting home here in about 2 hours, so he and I will probably end up playing the next episode before too long. But hey, if you've been having fun, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to comment down below, and join the Discord so that you can join multiplayer, and we'll move on. We'll move forward. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
D2K simulators.
Thank you so much for making it to the end of that video. You're an awesome possum. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, as that goes a really long way in helping this small channel grow. Feel free to join the Discord. There's a link in the description down below, and the YouTube algorithm thinks that you will like this video next. I will see you in the next one.